We'll try a little something new here. The audio in this video was not real amazing. So this is 30-inch HDPE pipe. It was loaded 3 pipe wide, which is almost 8 feet. So we've got this 980 loader with 8-foot long forks. We're just helping the driver here get his few straps off. We can grab the first bunk pipe. This pipe will be used to transfer water from our 60-inch welded steel pipeline up to a reservoir. The way I understand it, we'll have a turnout vault and send water through this pipe up to a reservoir. It's just a little beyond where our pipeline ends, so kind of an extension line, so to speak. A couple of things about this 980. It has what's called the cat fusion coupler, which basically any set of forks or attachment from smaller equipment will fit on this 980. I know our 938 loaders and this 980 loader, the attachments will interchange. So I'm not sure how small of equipment will handle those fusion couplers, but anyway, it's a really good setup. Although this particular loader, right after this was filmed, they took it into the shop to rebuild the quick coupler because previous operators had let it get too loose without realizing, and it wore out some parts that shouldn't be wore out. But anyway, so right here we're trying to get the forks in between the pipe. Kind of blind running this loader because there's so much on the front end of it. So my help is guiding me in there. These pipe, they're pretty forgiving. They don't like to roll off too much. We have had them roll in the past, but what we typically do is get under all 3 of them, curl back just slightly, and they take the last strap off at that point. That way, if it's gonna roll, it rolls back toward the rotor, toward the what I call the headache rack on the load. So with the length of this pipe, these are 50-foot lengths, and you pick them up, they're never quite lined up with your fork, so I always like to shift a little left and right to get them to nest down against the rack. Kind of backing up a ramp here where we have to unload. Not ideal, but these are pretty light pipe. This loader will lift 35,000 pounds on those forks, so this is probably only 4,000 or 5,000 pounds of pipe. Well, this is a pretty easy task for the machine. We're coming up over a topcoil mound that we made. Stripped all the topcoil from the pipe alignment area, and we're just driving over the top of this topsoil. It's not really been graded off much, so it's been lumpy. Just raising the pipe up so I can see a few of the potholes on the underneath, so I can dodge them. I believe there's about 2,000 feet of this pipe that we're staging down here. I believe we previously unloaded 2 or 3 truckloads. Total of 5. All that'll get offloaded in this area. That's a apple orchard right there in the background. Here we go after the second bunk of pipe. We'll get wedged in there. These forks are so thick that they don't like to go between the pipe, even if there's a 4x4. They're as thick as a 4x4, maybe even a little thicker. So you have to wiggle your way in sometimes. We'll get fully in there. We'll leave the 4x4s on top until we get it unhooked. we've been staging the dunnage just on the left, kind of here next to where the loader is now. So I'll dump the 4x4s off right here. After I'll get those picked up and put on the stack. See the stack right there in the background. With these extra long pipe, it's interesting if you're full turn, left or right. The pipe, because it's so long, it actually travels in reverse of the direction you're going. So here we go with the last 3 pipe. This is the easy one because you can actually see it a bit better. Just the height is different enough that you can see the tip of the forks. You just have to be careful that you're not poking the trailer. With a big machine like this, it's easy to cut a hole in a trailer and hardly even feel it. You can see right there some of our pipe that'll be installed. A couple of drink boxes that are no longer in use, just being staged right there. But yeah, that's how we unload pipe. If you guys have any comments or whatever, feel free to send them on over. I'd love to answer any questions you might have about why we do it a certain way or whatever.